The following program may contain coarse language, violence, nudity, mature subject matter, or scenes which may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X-Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Rob McConnell. This is the X-Zone. We're coming to you from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Worldwide toll-free, 800-610-7035. My email address is xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On all social media sites, X-Zone Radio TV, and our website, guess what it is? You've got it, xzoneradiotv.com. My guest this hour is Sandrea Mosses. She's an international medium, but she's also an author. And as I said, she's an international medium for many years now. She has worked in Canada, Ireland, Wales, Spain, and Gran Canaria. She has performed on churches, halls, centers for many, many years. As a medium, she is renowned for her speed and accuracy, astonishing audiences at every performance. Now, she's the author of Vanquishing Ghosts and Demons, and it's a great book. It tells about how mediums work and how Sandrea, with a team of mediums, has for many years removed unseen and unwanted darknesses from people's lives. She's appeared on Howard Hughes' Unexplained TV, BBC West Midlands, Faken Radio Gran Canaria, and also, Spirit and Destiny magazine has written up on her. So joining me now from the beautiful United Kingdom is my guest this hour, Sandrea Mosses. And Sandrea, welcome to the X-Zone.
Thank you, Rob. It's a pleasure to be here.
My goodness, how did you ever get started on your quest to being a medium?
When you look back, you wonder how you ever get on these journeys, and it kind of fell together. Opportunities all fell into place. I went to work at somewhere, and I met someone I hadn't seen for about 12 years, and we just ended up doing a journey together,
wow,
which was learning to do mediumship.
How does one learn how to become a medium?
You can train to be a medium, Rob, but there has to be a natural gift there as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can train people to do basic mediumship, which is through meditation, training the mind to quieten the mind so the mind can receive strengthening links with guides. It was only after I started develop did I realise I'd always known these things, and I just assumed everybody else did.
Wow. What was your first experience as a medium like?
My first experience as a medium, I'd done meditations for quite a while with my friend down in Cornwall, and we'd done lots of meditations together, but we'd just gone on fun journeys. And when I went to the Spruces Church, that was shown how to make the link, I didn't realise what I was supposed to be doing, and I had the most amazing link without realising it. I had this little girl come in, and I was trying to get her out of my meditation, which was quite funny, really. And then when they said feedback, I had to try and get her back again. So I was very fortunate to straight away to have a very, very strong link with the afterlife.
Wow. Do you think that there are more people who have the ability, who just may get a glimpse into what they see or something that is communicated from the other side, that they just put it to a hunch, or, oh, wow, I knew that was going to happen, or, I had a funny feeling that?
Absolutely, Rob, without doubt. People are born psychic. People are naturally psychic. We're naturally gifted, but as we develop, as we grow, we lose it. And we logic. Our worst enemy is our mind, because our mind will logic it out and think, oh, well, perhaps I thought it. It was just a coincidence.
Sure.
And that's how I thought it. And so we often lose this natural, innate ability to help us, especially in our hours of need.
Isn't that the truth? Are you seeing more children or more young people starting to become mediums than, let's say, 15, 20 years ago?
I think children naturally have a gift. I've come across some amazing children and through my work, and still now they never fail to amaze me in their abilities and what they can do. And I think we're living in a more accepting world now, whereas the imaginary friend that they can see and talk to is getting more accepting. And I think as time goes on, we're going to see a lot more children being allowed to be psychic and not, forget it, don't mention that.
You and I have to take our first commercial break. Please stand by, dear. X-Zone Nation, my guest this hour is Sandrea Mosses. And Sandrea and I will be back on the other side of this commercial break in about 2 minutes as we continue here in the X-Zone from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. For more information on Sandrea, her website is www.sandreamosses.co.uk. We'll be back on the other side of this break. Don't go away. Modern Esoteric, Beyond Our Senses by Brad Olson, consummates the lifology story about where humanity originates. It is the lost continents, the primitive wisdom, the mythos of creation, and the rethinking of ancient history as we are taught in academia. There is much more to the story than what we have been told. As this is the first book in the Esoteric series, Modern Esoteric starts at the beginning of time and accelerates up to this modern age. Future Esoteric is book 2 in the series and takes a forward-looking position ahead of today with an open and honest examination of the ET issue and various unexplained phenomena. To discover the writings of author Brad Olson, visit www.bradolson.com. That's www.bradolson.com. Named one of the world's greatest psychics, Elizabeth Joyce is now giving readings worldwide via Skype. Elizabeth Joyce is recognized for her clairvoyant ability to help find missing persons, her analysis of dreams, past life regression work, mediumship, and her accurate predictions. Elizabeth has been a frequent guest on the X-Zone radio show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, now for several years. For an appointment with Elizabeth Joyce, call 201-934-8986 or Skype at elizabeth.joyce. And for more information, you can always visit Elizabeth Joyce online at www.new-visions.com. Welcome back, everyone. Sandrea Mosses is my guest this hour. www.sandreamosses.co.uk is her website. And Sandrea, tell me about your new book, Vanquishing Ghosts and Demons.
Firstly, I never set out to write a book. I just wrote down stories of. I was actually encouraged by my husband to write down stories of situations that I had encountered. And that is what the book is about. It's a series of stories of clearances that I'd been on. And the way to put it together very nicely into different segments. But that's basically what it's about. It's about my work clearing lost souls that have just needed a little bit of help over, right the way through to dealing with demonic forces.
Tell me about the demonic forces, because, there are so many people that I've had the opportunity of speaking to over the years who say, come on, there's no such thing as a demon. It's all in the person's mind. And I say, I don't know about that. Tell me about the experiences you've had that I can tell these people, hey, I had this great lady on the show. Her name is Sandrea Mosses, and she said, bang.
Possibly there are several demonic forces that I've put in the book, and one of the ones that comes to mind involved a girl of 18, and this girl of 18 would be pulled from her bed, and if you can imagine, her bed she was in a four-poster bed facing the door with a window to her extreme right, and she would be whipped out of bed, past the bottom of the bed, up past the wardrobes, towards the window in a second. She would be physically thrown out of bed, and then could be physically thrown back into bed in exactly the same amount of time, just in seconds, and she would just be ripped out of bed and thrown from one side to the other.
So tell me, how do we explain the forces behind these happenings? The girl who was whipped and pulled out of her bed. How can we explain an invisible force has the ability to do something physical?
Rob, there's a lot in our world that is unexplained and possibly will be. And before, till the end of our lives, we won't have answers to everything. But my understanding, what I believe, is that we have a world around us. We have the astral plane, and we have entities that live on there that should not be allowed into this world. They don't know love. They don't know how to exist in here. They have extreme powers, and when they get into our world, they cause absolute chaos. Somehow, a rip comes in the ethereal and allows these entities into our world. And once they're here, they're going nowhere. They're here to stay.
So how can we? Well, how can we get rid of them? There must be something we can do that will push them back to where they belong.
One of the things that takes place, and a lot of understanding about dealing with clearances, it is often a psychic battle. It is mind to mind. And if you can have the strength when these entities come at you to know and push them back, and if you can overpower them with your power, you can over your personal power, you can knock them away, you can knock them out of your world. It's when they end up more powerful than you can't do that you need to seek help.
How different is the real world of demonology compared to that of the Hollywood version? And I'm thinking about The Exorcist.
I don't think there's a lot of. I think the Exorcist was extremism. It was really with the changing the face and everything. But it does happen. It is very, very rare. But I have come across cases, very, very rarely, but where the demonic force has actually physically taken over the person. It's actually somehow managed to overshadow them and take over that body. It's nowhere near as bad as Hollywood, and I've certainly never seen people to the extent of Hollywood, nowhere near. I mean, that's showmanship, but there are some threads of truth in what Hollywood portrays in films like The Exorcist.
If there is a heaven and if there is a hell, and these demons come from what we have been taught or have been brainwashed into believing as hell, why is it then that people like you are called in to ward off the demons instead of the angels from the angelic realm coming down and fighting that battle? And after all, this is what we've been told has happened throughout history, good versus evil.
I think a medium